July 28, 2010. A sweltering morning in Karachi, Pakistan, where Airblue Flight 202 and Airbus A321 stood ready at Jinnah Airport for a quick hop to Islamabad. 152 souls boarded, families, students, dreamers expecting a routine 50-minute flight. But as the jet neared the capital, a deadly storm waited. A veteran captain ignored warnings, a co-pilot's pleas fell silent, and the mountain loomed unseen in the haze. In just 11 minutes, a routine journey spiraled into Pakistan's deadliest air disaster. The morning of July 28, 2010 crept over Karachi, Pakistan with a stifling oppressive heat, the kind that pressed against the chest and left a sheen of sweat on every brow. At Jinnah International Airport's Terminal 1, the air buzzed with the chaos of midweek rush. Taxi horns blaring outside, the clatter of luggage carts echoing within. At Gate 4, Airblue Flight 202 and Airbus A321, registration APBGB, stood poised on the tarmac, its sleek white fuselage streaked with blue and green, a proud emblem of Pakistan's burgeoning private aviation sector. Delivered new to Airblue in January 2006 from Airbus Hamburg plant, this 4-year-old jet, serial number 1218, had racked up 34,000 flight hours, its twin IAE V2533A5 engines humming through years of short hull runs. Its last maintenance check on July 26th showed no faults, though mechanics had grumbled about its relentless schedule. Today it was tasked with a routine 187-mile hop north to Islamabad's Benazir Bhutto International Airport, a 50-minute lifeline connecting Pakistan's commercial hub to its political heart. Aboard were 152 souls, 146 passengers and 6 crew, each carrying their own slice of life into the narrow cabin. In the cockpit, Captain Pervez Iqbal Chandri, aged 61, a veteran with 25,618 hours, over 1,000 hours on A321. First Officer Mundajibuddin Ahmed, aged 35, with 1,681 hours, sat right, his youthful energy masking unease with Chandri's brusque style. At 7:35 am, the cabin door thudded shut, the jet bridge retracting with a groan. Airblue 202 cleared for takeoff, runway 25L. The tower radioed at 7:40 am was crackling through Karachi's static-laden air. Chandri pushed the throttles forward, the engine's whine rising to a roar as the A321 surged down the runway, lifting off at 7:45 am into a sky thickening with monsoon clouds. The climb to 31,000 feet was textbook, Karachi's chaotic sprawl shrank to a hazy grid, the Arabian Sea glinting briefly before vanishing under a blanket of grey. At 8:15 am, Ahmed flipped on the weather radar, his fingers lingering on the controls. Thunderstorms ahead, he said, voice low as green-yellow blobs pulsed near Islamabad, red edges hinting at violence. A pre-flight matter had warned of cumulonimbus, 20-knot winds and rain monsoon fury typical for July, but Chandri, peering at the screen, shrugged it off. "We have landed in verse," he grunted. At 8:33 am, Islamabad approach broke in. Airblue 202, descent to 3,500 feet, expect visual runway 12. The jet nosed down through 10,000 feet, 20 miles southeast, the Margalla Hills, rugged forested peaks rising to 5,000 feet, looming north like a jagged wall against the city's haze. At 8:40, the tower chimed again. Wind 300 at 15, gusting 25, circle if needed. Chandri waved off the instrument landing system for runway 12, a Category A approach hemmed by terrain. "Visual is fine, I see it," he claimed at 8:45 am, though visibility was 3.5 kilometers. Rain streaking the windscreen, wipers slashing a blurry view of runway lights 10 miles out. At 2,500 feet, flaps at 15 degrees, speed 180 knots, he banked right into a circling pattern, a tight dance around the hills, standard but unforgiving in weather. Ahmed adjusted the altimeter, unease creeping in. Chandri's hand stayed firm, flight managing system off. He flew by instinct, a throwback to his pre-automation era. Trouble erupted at 8:42. At 2,300 feet, 5 miles north, Chandri turned left to sharp, heading 350 degrees, then 325, straying from the safe 8-mile orbit into a 5-mile arc. Too close, Ahmed warned, voice tight, the hill's dark bulk now 2,500 feet ahead, tops shrouded in cloud. Chaudhry snapped, "I know my job," a rebuke etched on the cockpit voice recorder, his tone broken, no dissent. The Airbus drifted west, terrain closing at 1,000 feet per minute. At 8:43 and 15 seconds, the enhanced ground proximity warning system shrieked, "Terrain, terrain, pull up." Ahmed's pulse spiked. "Go around, sir," he urged, hands hovering over controls. Chaudhry hesitated, wait, eyes locked on the phantom runway, misjudging distance in the murk. At 8:43 am, a second shear hit, 10-knot downdraft, pitching the nose down 5 degrees, speed dropping to 166 knots, altitude 2,510 feet. "Go around," Ahmed pleaded, voice crackling. Chaudhry banked sharper left, heading 259 degrees, rolling 38 degrees, a move defying Airbus logic. The autopilot, briefly on, quit as he yanked the side stick, pitching down further. Obstacle, sync rate, 14 enhanced ground proximity warning system alerts, blared in 27 seconds. At 8:43 and 20 seconds, 2,610 feet, 330 feet above ground, the jet grazed pines, engine screaming in the futile climb. "Allah," Chaudhry cried, the cockpit voice recorder's last gasp. At 8:43 and 47 seconds, Flight 202 slammed into the Margalla Hills northeast slope near the Koch, 9.6 nautical miles from runway 12, exploding as 15 tons of Jet A ignited in a blinding fireball. Islamabad trembled. The tower's Airblue 202 responded at 8:44 met dead air. By 8:50, emergency lines lit up. Villagers, motorists, a park ranger. PAF Chaklala scrambled helicopters at 9 am, rescue trucks roaring from Rawalpindi. At 9:15 crews breached the site, flames licking a 300-meter scar. Fuselage a twisted husk. Tail jutting from smoldering pines. No survivors. Rain doused the blaze by 10 am, steam rising from wreckage as acrid smoke choked the air. Pakistan reeled. At 9:30 am, Geo TV cut in. Airblue 202 down, all lost near Margalla. President Asif Ali Zardari, pale on state TV, declared a day of mourning. The CIA's probe launched July 29, led by Air Commodore Khawaja Abdul Majed. The flight data recorder surfaced that day, the cockpit voice recorder on August 1st, both sent to France's BEA. The November 2011 report, 451 pages, flayed Chaudhry's non-standard circling, ignoring enhanced ground proximity warning system and CRM collapse, Ahmed's 13 pleas unheard, a captain's hubris unchecked. Airblue's training skipped A321 hill scenarios. Weather low clouds, downdrafts was a catalyst, not the killer. The airline overhauled safety, enhanced ground proximity warning system drills, no circling near Margalla, pilot psych evaluation said it. APBGB's wreck was cleared by October 2010, the site a harsh scar locals avoid. Cursed, some whisper. In 2020, a granite plaque rose near the Koch, 152 names etched. A silent vow. Flight 202, Pakistan's deadliest air crash, lingers as a tale of hills, human error, and 11 minutes that stole a nation's breath. A wound unhealed in Islamabad's shadow.